Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
We'll see about that.
Oh my God! Gordon! I was so worried. Hey, the gravity gun. Give it to him, dog. There, Gordon. Dog's happy to see you. I can tell. Okay, dog. Go get the monitor set up so we can check in with my dad. He must be worried sick about us. He was so sure I wouldn't find you here. The Citadel's really coming apart. I still don't know how we got out of there. The last thing I remember is Brain falling. Huge explosion, and then I heard vortigaunts. Next thing I knew, Dog was digging me out of the rubble. Oh, it's all so strange. We should... It's my dad. We've been trying to reach him for hours. Really hears that we found you. Come on.
Sweetheart, come in.
Dad, are you there?
Alex, come in.
Hold on a sec, there's so much interference. Hey, Dog, give me a hand with this. Okay. Little to the right. There we go. Hold it there. We got it. Dad.
Alex, where are you? Oh, please, God, tell me you're out of the city.
Well, not quite yet.
What?
But listen, Dad, we found him.
You found Gordon? I don't believe it. But listen, you two have to get out of the city. The Citadel could blow at any moment.
There's no question that it will, I'm afraid. Our remote sensors indicate the process is accelerating toward a dark energy flare. Anyone left in the vicinity will be subjected to energetic events whose effects are beyond my powers of speculation. The ravages to cellular material are unimaginable.
Stop!
Dad?
Oh dear, Eli, I'm sorry, but surely there's no need for undue alarm. Alex is well out of harm's way by now.
Well, actually, we're still at the Citadel.
What? Oh dear, but there's really no time. The core is exceedingly close to collapse. Why, there's no way to get far enough without first... Well, nothing short of a direct intervention in the core could possibly retard the reaction.
You mean going in?
Into the core, yes. But it's far too dangerous to consider. The chamber will be bathed in radiation.
Well, you do have the hazard suit. If we found a way into the Citadel, it's possible we could...
Alex, no!
But Dad,
Izzy, talk some sense into her.
I'm sorry,
Izzy.
Eli, but I don't see any other way. It would help us evacuate more citizens.
We can do this, Dad.
Okay, Alex.
We're gonna do something crazy, aren't we?
Okay, just promise me.
Yep.
Promise me that you won't take a single unnecessary risk.
I promise. I love you.
I love you too, baby.
I love you, television.
Don't worry. I'll see you soon. For now. Don't worry. Let's see if we can find a way into the Citadel from somewhere along the rim. Dog, a little help, please?
Woo. Woo.
I thought you played as Alex in episode 1 and 2. I didn't know you were still Gordon.
Nope, you're Gordon.
Thanks.
Can you move the fuck on? Damn. Like, the longer you wait, the more this shit's going.
Meet us on the far side of this ridge.
Boom.
Whoa.
Don't fall off now.
Yeah. Oh, yay.
Jesus!
Steph's falling. Never ending story. What the fuck? Motherfucker, really?
Whips.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Thanks.
No, 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 no.
Last night I ordered a, how do I explain it? A thing that goes around my microphone. It's made out of like
Condenser?
that. No, not a condenser. It's a little foam dome. Now I already have that little cloth piece that you see on all the microphones. I already have that. This encases your entire microphone in a bubble, and it's supposed to get rid of like the echo from your room. And in this room that I'm in, there's a lot of naked wall, not a lot of furniture, not a lot of cloth. Not to mention this entire large desk area here. So I've noticed that I've been getting a lot of like that echo effect. Sounds like I'm in a large hallway. So I'm hoping that that will help my microphone sound a little better. Now your microphone sounds okay, but there are two large issues with your microphone. Either you're too close or you're too far away. You're never perfect from where you need to be. You either sound like you're in another room, or it's all sounds like broken paper speaker, blown out speaker, because you're too close. So I don't know if that's something I can do through an equalizer, or not sure how to fix that.
It's possible if you can isolate the vocals from the gameplay.
Was it something I said?
Well, I've tried to do that,
Dog, what are you?
but I don't know how.
Bolts tightened.
Streamlabs just captures like it considers. Oh God, he's throwing a car. Yeah, Streamlabs considers it all to just be one audio track. Not my voice is a separate audio, but like
How exactly is this supposed to
I can't choose Discord as an audio source.
Wait a minute. Oh no. You're not serious.
He's gonna throw us, isn't he?
Yep.
Well,
Oh.
suggestion.
Come on, hop in.
A robot. He's done the math.
You started to say bitch, didn't you? It's a real hard habit to break.
Yeah, I was talking to the dog, but whatever.
But
Go find Dad. We'll catch up. Don't worry.
sure. Why would he hop in? He's gonna be
Let's
the one throwing it.
Go already.
Put on your seatbelt.
Brace yourself.
Oh God. Oh no.
Before I change my... Okay. Careful, hold on.
Easy. Ah!
Phew. Whew. Good throw, dog. Now go, boy, go on. You'll be fine. Just... Uh-oh. What now?
Oh shit.
Hold on.
That is a miracle that we're not dead.
All right, let's get off before the next ride starts.
Right. We almost died, bro. Oh no, no, no.
Why do you have that stuck in your head?
Oh, I just saw a video with a song.
This is unbelievable.
Oh my god, it's unbelievable. There's dead people everywhere.
We're back in this piece of shit building.
Come on over here.
Stalkers.
A what?
Stalker.
Look at him. Get up close.
I'll just disable...
Oh. Wait, what? What are
Look
you?
at his nipple.
That's not a
It's
nipple.
a
That's...
transformed human.
What'd they do that for? They needed slave labor, didn't they?
Yep.
Can you find where those roller lines are going? I've got an idea.
She's walking around with a Doctor Who screwdriver.
Pretty much. Kind of what it feels like.
So, let's go over a little bit of the history of Half-Life 2. You were explaining to me in our Half-Life 2 playthrough why they decided to do an episode 1 and 2 instead of a full-on 3.
So I think the initial point of it was that they didn't want to make a big old game, but they had a few like small ideas here and there that turned into a full-on DLC like this.
So these were actual DLCs and not something you had to get separate, like a full game?
Yeah.
This would have been the early days of DLC as well, right?
Yeah, these were like expansions.
I remember these came out around the time that I was first starting to pay attention to like PC games for sale in stores. Yeah. So like if I went to Walmart, there would be these huge like full, like Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo would all have their own aisle almost with glass cases. The PC games always had this tiny little section, not even locked behind glass.
But they were always such massive fucking boxes.
Yeah, they were like little miniature, almost cereal boxes.
Yep.
I didn't buy PC games during that era. I came along right at the end of that. Because I remember I bought the orange box, a physical copy, and it came in a plastic case like DVDs would, instead of the good old cardboard box.
Oh yeah.
I remember when you got Half-Life 1 or 2. I can't remember. Your brother gave it to you, I think, and it came
Yeah,
in the
that was
card.
Half-Life 1.
Yeah, it came in the cardboard box.
Yep, that was the first one.
That's when I first learned about PC games. To that extent. I mean, I knew they were a thing, but like, I'd never held one in my hands and saw the box, the packaging.
Ooh, I got out of there in just the nick of time.
I will say, for as much as I'm not a huge fan of like capitalism in its current state or consumerism and all that stuff, and as much as I bitch about it, I was still raised in it like all of us were.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, I do admit there's something satisfying about going to the store and buying a game and bringing home a physical case.
Well, I think it's more like a nostalgia boner than anything else.
I
mean,
guess.
'cause let's be realistic here. That's all we ever knew growing up. So,
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it was going to transition over to this, where it's like,
Digital.
you know, we can just either digitally order it or order it from online.
Yeah.
Went on in here.
I am a little concerned about where I'm going to buy my Switch 2 from. I don't know if there's going to be a shortage.
Probably Best Buy, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm thinking. I got a Best Buy
Or
account.
just order it online.
I've
or
got
just
that.
order it online from GameStop.
I can still deliver Earth, but not without your help. The portal destination is untenable. Surely you can set the relay elsewhere. There's no way I can survive in that environment.
Oh God, it's just an old
The
recording.
host body? You must be joking. I can't possibly. Oh, all right. Damn it, if that's what it takes. Just hurry. He's right behind me.
That's an old recording.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we came in.
What the hell?
Oh, snap.
The fuck is that damn thing?
I think we're about to have a conversation with them, whatever they are.
Nah.
Run!
What the hell was that thing?
I feel so violated.
Whatever that was, it's gone now. Let's get out of here. Gordon? What's going on in there?
The not PC fans on the wall are doing something.
He's doing something to the gravity gun. It looks like it did in Brain's portal reactor. I'd say there's security backside.
What did it do to our gravity gun?
You are about to find out.
Is it
This
portal?
gonna make you happy.
Is it going to be a portal gun now?
No. Not quite.
Oh. Everybody's clamoring for Half-Life 3. I'm clamoring for that crossover. They exist in the same universe,
yeah.
in the same canon. I want to see Gordon Freeman with a portal gun.
Oh yeah. Anybody else?
He could dual wield the gravity gun and the portal gun. Could you imagine that gameplay?
Oh yeah. It'd be badass, that's for sure.
God, the puzzles we could solve. Oh God, I sound like her. Imagine the test you could do if you had both guns.
Out of my way! Oh, I guess right down here would be fun.
Sometimes, and I mentioned this before in another playthrough of a different game, sometimes I am a little taken out of a game's story when it's built like this, because I'm like, okay, well, how does the rest of the staff and people get around this building? Because they don't have the gun to solve the fucking puzzle to open a platform. What if I just need to... They have a what?
They have like ID badges and shit like that.
Yeah, some games don't cover that though.
Are you dead? Are you dead? Yeah, you did. You know what? Bam. That's what I think about you.
Always satisfying. Oh, I need. There it is.
Fool me 5 or more times, shame on me.
Exactly. So how long has it been since you played through these on your own?
Half-Life 2 Episode 1 I did recently because I was working on finishing up the story. Or not the story, but the achievements.
Do you still need to get the achievements for episode 2?
Episode 2, yeah.
I'm gonna assume
those bastards.
I'm gonna assume you have all the achievements for Half-Life 1 and 2 now.
I think Half-Life 2 I've got to get the Lambda caches.
Yeah, that's the one you had mentioned. Did you ever get them all for the portals?
No, I didn't. Like, you could get over here really quick, but you're not gonna.
She does stuff in her own sweet time.
Man.
Having her run around with us and being up this high and in this tower reminds me of the ending of Ocarina, where Zelda took her sweet time going down and opening the doors.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. Minor fracture detected. I hope it is transport elevator to the core. Boop.
Yeah, we must be on the right track. Look up! Watch out! Here comes more!
Oh, bullshit.
Watch out!
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's falling debris. Oh shit.
Look up! Watch out!
Wasn't there a third piece?
Yeah, there's the third piece. Get away from me.
What's wrong with this lift? Can you get it going again?
Maybe. Brr, brr, brr.
Great!
Now more debris.
Look up.
Up there! Start up again, Gordon. Do what you did last time.
And then more debris.
Morgan Freeman. I'm sitting here thinking of Bruce Almighty. For as goofy as that movie was, I like that movie. I know you're not a big fan of Jim Carrey, and I get that some people aren't. I like Jim Carrey movies. Not so much the Ace Ventura stuff, because it didn't age well. I really don't particularly find it funny if I go back and watch them. But I do still like enjoy Dumb and Dumber and some of his other stuff. I do think those are still funny. I think those have aged well. But Bruce Almighty, at the end of the movie, Morgan Freeman's like, that's everybody's problem. They won't stop looking up. And I always think of that anytime anybody's like, look up.
I think I see a stop down below. Let's get out there and see where it leads.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the...
Run!
Oh!
Oh!
No, duh!
It's okay. It was a scripted event.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Yeah. Come on, let's go through. Loading. We are loading.
This could be it, Gordon.
Oh, snap.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to die? Anybody want to die?
Throw them off a cliff. I want to see it.
He's a floating body.
No, right there. See, to your left. I think they can go down there. Yeah, I don't know why that's so satisfying to me. Ah. Bye.
You will not be remembered.
Ooh, look at that black hole.
Yep. We gotta contain it. Come on, open the door. You can do it.
A lot of people use black holes in sci-fi as like wormholes and portals and stuff. I don't think they work that way. I think it's literally a singularity. I think that gravity is so compressed that the laws of physics and reality begin to break down on that level and don't make sense to us conventionally. So it's really hard for the human brain to comprehend what's actually happening within a black hole. And I don't think if you go in one, you're going anywhere. I think you're dead. Oh, look,
Son of a bitch.
look what has happened to you. It's also crazy to think that there will be a period in the universe where everything is so spread out from one another that you will no longer be able to see other stars. You'll no longer be able to see other galaxies. Like the fabric of space will be so
like,
spread
you're
out.
Talking
Oh yeah. I'm talking.
way
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
future.
I'm
Like,
talking such a ridiculously long time that we can't comprehend it, but we know that it's going to happen, and they call it like
actually we don't know it's going to happen. We know it's one of the possibilities, depending.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
You can be pretty sure it's going to happen, but that doesn't necessarily facilitate it will happen.
Fine, whatever. The point is, in that scenario, everything is so spaced out that when inevitably the last star goes, the universe will just be like a graveyard of black holes. There won't be any stars left. Could you imagine that reality? That's terrifying to think about.
Yep. Alright. I need to get one of those for here.
And then how long do black holes last? Are they eternal or?
We don't know. I mean, based off of the Hawking radiation that they talk about in, like, life.
In life.
Go kill that dude. And you go right there. And
Yeah,
you
there.
get right there.
There,
and
guys.
You get a dead.
Guys and drones everywhere. You hit him with his own drone.
Yep. That's the goal. Motherfucker. Really, I just got to full health. Why?
What do you feel about the heat death of the universe?
I do not know.
You're like, I cannot think and play at the same time.
I mean, as far as like the heat death of the universe is concerned, like, again, you're talking a Google number of years before, like, anybody will ever experience it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't talk about it.
I know, it's just the biggest thing I think is whether it's going to happen or not.
Well, I don't know why.
But
I don't know why it wouldn't happen, because if the universe is expanding faster than the speed of light, again, this is one of those things that warps the human brain. Like, what is it expanding into? Well, it's not. Okay, well, how does that work? You know what I mean? It's like conventional wisdom is something that we are stuck or burdened with. It's really hard to wrap your head around those concepts of, like, the universe is expanding. Well, how does that work? You know what I mean?
Anybody
I don't
else?
know.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to die?
I think the heat death theory makes a lot of sense to me because of entropy. I mean,
it makes sense, but then again, I mean, they're also talking about dark matter too, which they don't have a clear understanding of. So, yes and no.
I mean, how is dark?
How do we know exactly? Well, dark matter is a theoretical matter that they've came up with. It's like antimatter as well. They don't know for sure exactly how it works, how it forms, how it processes. Like, they don't understand enough about it to be able to give a significant, like, theory on it.
Do you think the more we know, it could fundamentally change everything that we know?
So, based off of quantum theory, the more you know can essentially change the result too.
Yeah.
Because of the way, you know, different things act based off of, you know, the knowledge.
What is that called? I've heard of that before. There's a term for that. I'm going to look it up.
I think it's quantum entanglement or something like that.
No. That's something else. It's not the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, is it?
I don't know.
The uncertainty principle, formulated in 1927 by German physicist Werner Heisenberg, is a fundamental concept in quantum mechanics. It states that certain pairs of quantum properties like positions and momentum, can't be simultaneously known with perfect accuracy. The more precisely one property is known, the less certain the other becomes. This principle is often thought of as a constraint similar to the area of a rectangle. No, okay, see, I was thinking that was something completely different. Yeah, I forgot what it's called, and it may or may not have a term, but I remember learning about that some years ago, that obviously whatever you study can change. Nothing is absolute. Take something as simple as like H2O. Okay, we understand what water is. I mean, we understand it to the nth degree. It's pretty simple to explain to a human being the molecular makeup of water. But the thing is, we're stuck being able to only go so small and so large with our view, that what if we get beyond, I think the smallest at the moment is a Planck length that we can see. What if we go so far below that and discover, I don't know, another universe inside that universe?
Yeah.
So would that break our brains?
Possibly.
Gordon, you did it. The containment system's back in place.
I gotta pee right quick.
Forever, but at least
You do
I'm
that.
gonna let her talk.
while you
Okay.
were in there, I did some poking around in the control data. They were trying to start a chain reaction, all right, but destroying the Citadel is just a side effect.
Is it just a side effect? Uncertainty principle. Yeah, I wish I could look that up and know what it's called, but I don't know what to Google. Research affects the outcome, and all I got was Google's like AI overview. Research impact. Whatever you study. Let me Google that. Whatever you study could also change. See what Google gives me. Field of study. All it gives me is Jurassicpedia, because that was a line of dialogue in The Lost World. Ian Malcolm's like, you know, whatever you study could also change. And Sarah Harding's like, yeah, well, I'll take that risk. I'm sick of it, man. Digging around in dirt for rock and bone, making assumptions about animals that have been dead for millions of years. I guess it is Heisenberg uncertain principle.
No, it's type in observation affects the outcome. And then type in the word quantum under Google. That should direct you correct.
If the site is where we think it is, then it should be no more than... I'm gonna cut this short. We may have been spotted.
Just so you know, you and her were talking over one another. I don't know why you're talking during a cutscene.
Get this and the transmission packet to my dad. He'll know what to do with it. The packet's done copied. I've got it right here.
Now, what'd you say, Google?
I said observation changes outcome, quantum.
I've secured an exit elevator. It's this way. Come on.
Oh, no, that's something completely different from what I'm talking about. Yeah. What you're thinking about is the thing that behaves differently if we're looking at it and not looking at it. That's not the phenomenon
Yes.
I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about in data and research. Like, let's say I go out into the savannah of Africa and I research animals. Does my observation of said animals affect the outcome because the animal knows I'm there? If you were able to observe in a vacuum and the animal was unaware of your existence, would they behave differently, thus affecting the outcome of your data gathered? That's more what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home?
you're excused.
Shut the door. Thank you.
That'll slow me, but not for long. Control your minds.
Did she change them to be on your side?
Yeah.
Oh. Get him. I do hate, like, if there's one thing that I hate more than anything, it is like when people pull that crap, though. You're just chatting, having a conversation about whatever, and then there's always that one guy that's like, this is fucking stupid. It's pointless to have this conversation because of reasons X. Like if
Did somebody just say that?
No. I'm just talking about, like, I've had those experiences in life. Everybody's had those experiences. So I'm generalizing. Like, let's say me and you and a third person were all in a room and you and I get to talking about what if we win the lottery, and we're, you know, having fun talking about all the stuff we would do. And the third person's like, well, it's fucking stupid. You're never going to win. I don't know why you're even talking about it. That guy. I hate that guy.
Yeah, I do too.
Damn the combine.
And I was getting a smidge of a vibe of that from you earlier when I was talking about, like, all this stuff, and you were like, yeah, but that's Google, a Googleplex of time from now. So
No, it's more like, no, so I wasn't trying to give that vibe. The vibe I was giving off on it was more like,
Let's see where this train is.
you know, you ask him, what do you think about the heat death of the universe? It's more a, you know, that isn't a solid conclusion for that yet.
right.
Like,
We
there
don't know
is-
for a fact, right?
Like this science is not 100% factual or accurate on it just yet,
Right.
because there's still a lot more study on it that we need to do to be able to better understand what's going to happen in the future.
Which is why we have the scientific process to rule out emotion. Ooh, I burped. Emotion and stuff from research, because the idea of the universe itself, like being finite and also having an end or a death. Jesus Christ.
Shut up. Shut up.
We're talking here. Hey, I'm walking here. Uh-oh.
Keep pulling. Thank you.
I was so scared.
Jesus, those things sound intense. But yeah, I think it comforts the human brain to think that the heat death would be a thing.
Hold up a sec. I gotta catch my breath.
What are you catching your breath from? All you did was just have something screaming at you in your face.
The thing that warps my mind about the whole thing
Same boat as the other evacuees.
is that energy is never lost. Energy is never created out of thin air, and it's never lost. Energy is only ever transferred. So
Yep.
where's all that energy going if the universe just were to stop?
That's why the big rip is a theory too.
Careful. Been here so long, they're out of bullets.
Any more, you guys? Come on.
Can't see a thing.
Oh, this area.
That without that flashlight on. We need to get through that door. Hey, an air duct. Damn,
Hey.
Is she gonna climb through here with us? Yeah, I didn't think so. You want to know what I did last night?
What?
So the internet went out around 1 a.m. I don't have phone service this month because I couldn't afford it. So I literally had nothing to do but sit and twiddle my thumbs. It really drives home just how connected even our video games are now and relying on the internet, because I was like, ooh, I could get on Steam and play something. Well, no, I can't sync my cloud data if I do that. I can get on the Switch and play. No, everything I play on the Switch now is related to the internet.
Yep.
I could read. No, I hate reading. Okay. I don't have cable, so I can't watch television. You could go to bed. No, I'm not that sleepy. I just wake up again in an hour if I went to bed this early. So I got to look at on my hard drive, and I was like, I don't want to watch any of the crap I have on there, right? So I don't really feel like playing any old emulated games either from back in the day. So I was really left with a predicament of like, what the fuck do I do?
And what'd you do?
Well, I actually opened up my little James Bond folder because I recently grabbed all the James Bond movies, and I started from the beginning with Dr. No.
Nice.
And very conveniently, as soon as the movie was over, the internet came back on. It was interesting to see an early concept of what the franchise would become. He was way more of like a detective man, like secret agent man, instead of like this, what do they call that? What is the male equivalent of a Mary Sue? Or is it still just Mary Sue? I don't know. Like, ultimately James Bond would go on, like the series would go on to just be a, remember this music? Remember this moment? Remember this action scene? It kind of devolved over the years into itself and became like, I don't know, like Peter Griffin said, it insists upon itself. So it was kind of refreshing to go back and look at James Bond before he was like an invincible god, where he could still die or get hurt.
I think that's what happened in From Russia with Love, too, is he actually did get hurt.
Well, I'm planning on watching through all of them again.
Found a troop train. What the hell is that? A combine zombie.
Combine zombie.
A zombine, right? Zombine, get it?
Just open the fucking door.
Oh no.
Look out! It's got a grenade!
Good job. Get some stuff we need. Get out of my way, please.
The fuck are these things?
I wish you would kindly get out of my way. There's zombines.
That was more of a rhetorical question.
Where'd that light go?
Oh, he tried. Did you see that?
I did.
Tried to leap in my face.
Brr. Oh.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Your turn. Boop, killed you.
Good idea, Gordon. I wouldn't have thought you could plug up the burrow that way.
I mean, what did we need to do?
Get it done. Is that an Exploding Lemons reference?
I don't know.
This probably came out before Portal 2 though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Woodpecker! Oh, shut up. I hate that fucking character.
You know what? Come on, my guy.
Oh, there's like 1,000 birds outside in my yard. And one single red-headed woodpecker in the tree. I can see him from my desk. Yeah,
What?
that...
Please
Yeah. What?
Oh, I'm talking to her.
I hate Woody Woodpecker like the same way I hate Peanuts. I am not a fan of like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, any of those cartoons from that era. I did not like. I don't like the style. I don't like the animation. I don't like any of it. I liked Warner Brothers growing up, you know, Bugs Bunny and all that stuff. I loved Tom and Jerry. I did not like the 60s era of Tom and Jerry. I didn't like the animation style or anything like that. I thought it was
From like the Tom and Jerry,
what?
like the 60s era Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Same with like Pink Panther. I didn't like the animation style.
Yeah, I love some Pink Panther.
I'm talking about the animation style, not the material itself.
Yeah.
Like, what's an example? 101 Dalmatians. Love that movie. Do not like the art style.
Yeah, I can respect that.
But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like cartoons from that era. So, I mean, do you not find stuff like the Flintstones and the Jetsons to be annoying? Because I found them to be annoying.
I didn't really watch it enough to determine like whether it was annoying or not. Like I watched it, but I didn't watch it all the time.
It's annoying.
Like the rolling backgrounds that they had in there, I did find annoying though.
I didn't like the way they were drawn. I didn't like the way that everything was colored.
Coloring didn't bother me.
Bothered me.
Alright. Oh my god. There we go. go. That covers that one up. Doo-doo-doo. That blocks that one. Get away from me. Let's go get this one. How much freaking ammo does she have?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I thought it.
She got way more than I got. That's for damn sure.
You're suffering
This is
from.
no fair.
She's got main character syndrome going
Oh
on.
my god. Piss off. Can you help me? Please.
Can you help me? Take me to the water. Put
Drop me in the river.
Hated that fucking thing. The
Yeah, I
largemouth
did too.
Billy Bass singing rubber fish plaque thing that people had in their homes. I
I
had
will say the
one.
funniest thing I've seen is somebody doing the Billy Mouth Bass, but setting it up to Alexa.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Those are pretty cool.
That's a good use of the device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's actually pretty cool. I would support that.
I don't know.
Now you can finally breathe. We. Oh. Oh.
No, not water.
That hazard suit. This water's nasty.
Get out of the fucking way!
You know, yelling at her is not going to do anything.
Me dying is not gonna do anything for her either. Good.
Slow clap.
Good.
Eh. Eh.
You're lucky you got that hazard suit. Nasty. That room
You nasty.
You know what? That's what you get. Oh,
Nice shot, man.
that's why I say nice shot.
way to the surface.
What a nice shot, man.
What a good shot, man. Hey, man. Has gone. I gotta go in here.
Can we have
somewhere.
90s music again when it actually sounded decent and everything wasn't fucking auto-tuned like a goddamn robot? I hate modern music so much. The man has no commentary.
I mean, I don't hate modern music. There's actually some halfway decent songs in there.
Like what?
Bring Me the Horizon. There's one good one.
The elevator, it's moving again.
I will say, the new song Pearl Jam put out kind of sucks.
I didn't know they were still doing music.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Not good.
Here's the thing. I would have to look up who's still alive and who's dead. Outside of Kurt Cobain.
I could respect that.
Because, like, it wasn't until the late 90s, early 2000s that I just started to retroactively go back and listen to the popular 90s grunge and rock and metal music. Then it wasn't until...
Oh my god, really?
Well into the 2000s. I'm talking about like 2008, 9, 10 onward, until I started listening to classic rock on the radio and learning about anything from Journey to whatever. Hell, even Queen, ABBA, all that stuff.
Queen.
I was not familiar with their music until, you know, maybe the early 20-teens. I missed a lot of popular music growing up because my parents were so insistent on, like, when I was a kid, we listened to oldies all the time. So I was pretty familiar with stuff from, like, I don't know, the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, like that. And then, of course, when I was a kid and a baby, I was alive during the 80s, so I remember 80s music firsthand.
Yeah.
By the time the 90s rolled around and we got into like the early to mid 90s, my parents switched over to like Christian bullshit music and gospel music. So I missed a good chunk of listening to stuff like that. So there was no Filter, there was no Pearl Jam, there was no Red Hot Chili Peppers. I didn't get any of that in my life. So I didn't listen to it until you and I started, like, you know, trying to burn CDs and keep a music collection on our computers and stuff. And that's when I retroactively learned about Tool and all the other bands that you introduced me to. And then I learned a lot through the radio about so many other bands. But since I didn't grow up with it firsthand, I didn't like get super into the actual artists themselves. So I'm unfamiliar with a lot of groups and the actual names of the band members. I couldn't begin to tell you, like, okay, I've opened my music folder. I'm seeing Alice in Chains, Bare Naked Ladies, Breaking Benjamin. There's Blink 182 in there, Chevelle. I'm seeing some Disturbed, some Crossfade, Coldplay, Gold, Candlebox, Cake, Bush, Drowning Pool, Disturbed, Filter.
And a lot of that is butt rock too.
Yeah, Foo Fighters, Green Day, Hoobastank. Remember them?
Hoobastank was straight up butt rock.
There's Fuel, there's Godsmack, there's Incubus, Linkin Park, 9 Inch Nails, Papa Roach, Oasis, Nirvana, Newfound Glory, and Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam was definitely butt rock to me.
Seether, Semisonic, Seven Dust, Shine Down, Smashing Pumpkins, Stone Temple Pilots, Stained, Third Eye Blind, The Offspring, Chaparoo, System of a Down, Tool, obviously, Trapped. Anyway, that's just, you know, I'm scrolling through, picking at random some of the band names I see. But yeah, like, so since so many musicians die by suicide and alcohol and drugs and so on and so forth, I couldn't tell you who's alive and who's dead without Googling it. So when you tell me that Pearl Jam put out a new song, I'm like, oh, they're still a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, they did put out a new one. That almost looks like the freaking,
That looks like that Green Day album art.
or Rage Against the Machine. Has that always been in here? I don't remember seeing this in here.
You could screenshot it and look it up afterwards.
Yeah, clip it.
1 second. Well, you turn the light off on me.
It's back on.
Okay, I got it.
See if that's something new that just came out.
We'll look it up.
Where do I go, my lovely? Where do you go?
Where do we go from here?
Oh, there it goes. Get over there. That's
Google
Get out of my way.
image search.
That's it. See if the crank still works. Come on, Gordon, crank that thing. Great. Okay, let's get to the train yard before the Citadel blows.
Image search didn't do anything, so I'm gonna have to Google it directly.
If image search isn't finding anything on it, it may be something new that was added to the game recently. There goes that guy. Where do we go?
No. The first thing that comes up is a Reddit post, and Half-Life posted 11 years ago entitled, "Can we please discuss the Bourne poster?" Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. This was posted 11 years ago. So.
All right then.
Retaliation.
If you missed any part of this message, it will loop repeatedly until there is no point in looping it any longer.
There's no point in the first place.
Yeah.
Probably us.
Probably yes.
I was hoping we'd get a bit farther before they noticed us again.
Yay, better weapons.
What is happening? What was
These
the
are lifting up to let us through.
Oh.
All right. One down. Ooh, did you see me just like batter at him?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You dick. How dare you?
Oh, he dared. Ow. I elbowed my desk.
Oh no. Yeah, go get him. Alright, now you're dead. No, get the fuck back over here. You don't get to run, sir. You don't get to run, feller.
Yeah, he was all big and bad and shooting at you at first. What's the matter, pussy? Why are you running?
Yeah, exactly.
Ha!
You're a dumbass, Mr. Grinch. You made bad choices.
You blew yourself up. We all had a good laugh, you stupid bitch.
Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Motherfucker.
You had to put something heavy.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be this. Oh, wait, no. Let's put a rock in here. Oh!
No. That was not enough stuff. That's sitting beside it. That's not even on it, I think. Why don't you just grab that thing up there?
What thing?
That white tank looking thing.
I can't.
Oh.
Let's turn off the fire.
What about chair?
Chair. Chair.
The answer is chair.
Oh, great. Are we gonna do this the good way?
That's how I would have done it.
Nicely done. Let's head upstairs.
Thank you. You didn't do anything at all.
Yeah, it says the person who did nothing.
Goodbye. Boop.
Is that his face?
Yep.
I want to go to up close look at that. After we deal with all these bitches.
Thank you. Is that a fucking sniper?
We can't get through here while that sniper's covering the street.
She was quick.
Yeah, I know. You motherfucker.
We can't get through there while that sniper's guarding the street. You want to bet? And he fell out the window. Oh, that was priceless.
I know, the help part of it cracked me up the most. Help!
Nice toss, Gordon. That sniper almost took my head off. Let me climb up and take a look at what we're walking into. Uh-oh. They've got the street fortified up ahead. You run point, okay? I'll cover you from up here till you reach the far end. When the coast is clear, I'll catch up. Okay, looks like I can get that ladder down to you. Let me shoot out the latch. I might be a little rusty with this rifle. Ha! Nope.
Yay,
guess I'm
good
not.
job. What the fuck? We'll take care of him.
You say that.
Ooh. I thought he had me. My face.
Talking about my face. My face.
Ouch! Dun, 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 dun. Oh, shit. No. Bad little zombie guy.
You know what I found out last night that's absolutely terrifying?
What?
A new study has revealed that people who have recovered from COVID-19 face a staggering 8 times higher risk of developing the debilitating chronic illness MECFS.
Weird.
I can't pronounce some of this, but it's chronic fatigue syndrome.
I mean, I believe it.
I think I might have it, so I'm going to bring it up to my doctor.
I mean, the real question is, what's the treatment for it?
Oh, they found out it's now 15 times higher. I don't know. I didn't finish reading it. I just read that and said, well, fuck me sideways.
Ooh, she shot his face off.
I don't know if there is a treatment for it.
I mean, I'd be fairly positive that exercise probably would offset those levels, to be honest with you. Your turn.
I am so bored with run and gun and shoot and pew pew. Can something interesting happen in this story?
You know, most of this is just making it out of the city. That's it.
I know how this is gonna. I'm listening.
I was gonna say almost 100% of this one is just making it out of the city. That's it. That's all it is.
I know how this is gonna come across, but since it's not just me and you sitting here having a conversation, I'm actually talking to an audience, and this is going up on YouTube. This is why I more prefer things like Metroid Prime. No offense to Half-Life, but you know.
I mean, all Metroid Prime is just your same basic exploration elements bullshit that you get in everything else and every other fucking game.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I was hesitant to bring it up. I've been hesitant to bring this conversation up the entire episode we've been doing today, but I figured, fuck it, it's my show, we'll have it. With Metroid Prime, I'm walking around with an arm cannon that doesn't run out of ammo. I get to scan and learn a bunch of stuff about the world, the environment, the creatures, etc. I get the classic Nintendo puzzles, you know, like Zelda games do. I'm not just ducking behind chest-high walls and shooting at wave after wave of rando guard human men. It's not a war scenario, so I don't have to deal with grenades and tanks and desolate looking town bullshit like this. I actually have planets and environments. There's tons of like animal life that I get to read about and study and experience. I don't know. Hey, what's up?
So it sounds to me like I just have my preference. I just think it's neat.
Essentially, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Got the good weapon. Boop. Boop. Don't need you. Refill my shit up.
There is one giant flaw in the logic of this game, though.
What's that?
She's somehow making it through with no suit. Like, how the hell is she alive?
Suspension of disbelief.
Have to be.
You piece of shit. I'm Casey Kasem. She ain't gonna be alive for much longer. She keeps getting in my goddamn way. It is like literally the worst part of these kinds of games. Oh shit, this guy again.
Ooh, he mad.
Fuck. Let's go piss him off.
Ooh.
Oh my god, you motherfucker.
There is another thing that I would love answered for me too, and it's why is it always bugs?
That I don't know.
Starship Troopers, Futurama, Metroid Prime 2, Half-Life. It's always bugs.
Yeah, is that all of them? That I do not know.
Rick and Morty. I just thought of that. It's always bugs.
Probably because it's like the most common life form on the planet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but everything I mentioned doesn't have really much else to do with Earth.
Oh god, he's shooting a rocket.
There's,
A red rocket.
there's a rocket in my pocket. That makes sense.
What?
1 second, let me move chat over here. They always play with how fast the metamorphosis / evolution of bugs is. That might have something to do with why they always choose bugs.
I mean, it would make sense.
Like the xenomorphs in the Alien franchise, they're not bugs, but they very much act like bugs. So yeah, you're right. It probably is like the not only the creep factor of, ooh, insects, everybody's creeped out by insects.
But they're also like the quickest evolving animal or creature on the planet. And then on top of that, they also propagate the most too.
Exactly, which is what I was about to say.
Like one roach can create like 500 of them.
So from a storytelling perspective, you have one lay eggs, and then all of a sudden your characters are running from a hallway full.
Oh, great.
Remember in Metroid Other M when Ridley turned out to be born from an egg that turned into a baby bird that turned into a lizard that turned into Ridley, and nobody could figure out why they thought that made sense?
Yeah.
Did you even play that game?
Oh my god. Really? Talking about the alien colonial marines? Ooh.
No. I'm talking about Metroid Other M.
Oh yeah, I did.
You did play through that?
Yeah.
Remember how Ridley was like, went through stages?
Yep.
What's your opinion on that?
I didn't really care too much, like, for the storyline itself. I felt it was kind of rushed.
Yeah.
And that's about the short and tall of it. What? We'll just take all that.
I saw that a lady took all of her fine china and put it in her swimming pool before she had to evacuate
Oh my god, oh my god.
Before she had to evacuate her home in California because of the fires. Yeah, I feel so bad for the people of California with all these fires. Everybody's losing so much. I feel less sympathy when these fucking celebrities get on camera and they're like, I lost my house. And I'm like, you got millions of other dollars. Forgive me if I don't fucking lose sleep at night. But then there are people who are just everyday Joes that are having their entire livelihoods wiped out because their house and property is now gone.
Oh my god. I will say though, like, I know Paris Hilton has actually been doing a lot over there too.
I saw, and I meant to talk to you about Paris Hilton. I recently found out that her being a dumb blonde is her playing a character.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought she was literally stupid as fuck. Like, especially after
rich.
Well, rich, yeah, but you know, remember South Park making fun of her, the stupid spoiled whore video play set?
Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently she's actually a very intelligent, savvy businesswoman. Which I did not know. But I saw that on an article on Threads last night where she was trying to help the Humane Society in California deal with all these animals coming in because of the wildfires.
And then Taylor Swift is also helping out. She's donated several million so far.
She better donate the most.
She typically does. Like, out of all the celebrities, like, she tends to actually do shit.
You better. Like, here's my hot take, and I've been meaning to talk about this on the show for a while, so fuck it, let's have this conversation. Okay, for the entire 7 years that I've been on YouTube, I have joked and talked about how I'm a misanthrope, and that I hate humans and hate humanity and yada yada yada. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, a lot of that is born from just me being mistreated by society, me being a minority in general, and just having had shitty relationships and friends over the years, and not having the best, you know, relationship with family and stuff like that. So a lot of my disdain for quote unquote humanity comes from personal experiences. But at the end of the day, not to pat myself on the back, I still would consider myself a quote unquote good guy if this were like a game or a movie or a story. Because no matter how much I hate you, I'm still going to help you because of human decency. So like, if I had the opportunity to help somebody, save somebody, do some good, I'm going to set aside my like hatred for you and do it anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, does make sense. Well, wasn't very smart of you.
I feel very strongly about social responsibility. I know a lot of people don't.
No responsibility.
Especially in the United States, there is an extremely powerful culture of individualism that you don't really see in some of the countries that do better than us, especially European countries. They have a sense of inclusion and community.
Yeah, they have a sense of actually helping their fellow man instead of just being like, fuck you, not my problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that shit. Not
I
my
mean, that's
problem.
like 90% of it.
Yeah, it's one of the larger things that I really don't like about the United States. And trust me, there's a lot not to like, but I don't like the way that everybody has that, like, I'm out for myself mentality. Like, what purpose does that serve? Hell,
It don't serve nothing.
even strategically, if you're thinking about it logically, helping other people helps you.
Yep.
So even if you're not doing it out of the goodness of your heart or because you feel it's the right thing to do, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Oh, take that.
We still need to figure out what, we need to sit down and figure out what charities we're going to donate to in June.
Charity.
Yeah.
The Trevor Project.
What are you still doing here? Everyone should clear out of the city.
The Combine's not making it easy. We're trying to get enough people together to force our way through to the train station. People are meeting up in a safe house nearby.
Can you take us there?
You bet. Let's go. This way.
No, I put out an announcement in the Discord and on social media and everything that what I'm going to do is we're going to take all our patron income from January to June, basically the first 6 months of this year, and we're going to donate every penny of it to charity. The thing is, I want the community to say what charities they have in mind. Because me personally, I donate to Wikipedia because
Protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented from
St. Jude's is also a really good one, too.
For those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation, which is to say,
oh, he's still going on about procreation. Yeah, I feel jaded because there's so many charities out there that do shady shit and pocket so much of the money and turn around and even after you've donated to what you thought was a good cause, they give it to this politician or this company or whatever. And there's a lot of fuck shit when it comes to donating to charity, and you have to be very careful about who you're giving your money to.
I agree.
I hope to institute a series of useful in the days ahead.
So since
For now, we will have to content ourselves with some relatively meager
since I didn't know who to trust, I've always just given to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is a good one.
Yeah. I am so happy that recently he who shall not be named that bought the Twitter app, apparently they not changed, but like his article on Wikipedia says that he's a right-leaning like conspiracy theorist or something. Apparently that hurt little Mr.
Oh yeah, no, I remember him bitching about Wikipedia because they did change it.
What's the word I'm looking for here?
Titty baby?
No. What's the word when you're obsessed with narcissist? It hurt little Mr. Narcissist's feelings. So he was like, ooh, we need to buy Wikipedia. And then Wikipedia put out a thing that said, yeah, we're still not for sale. And it ended up raising a shit ton of money for them.
Good.
Everybody went and donated to Wikipedia just because of that. And I was like, yes.
Fuck him.
But yeah, if my community can't come up with like an idea that seems reasonable, I'll probably just give it to Wikipedia. It's not going to be a ton of money. We are very tiny.
Yeah. I mean, still donating something is nice, regardless.
Yeah.
Like I said, another good one too is definitely the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Yeah. I'll look into it. I've heard that's a good one.
Well, like, if a kid has cancer, pretty much St. Jude covers 100% of the expenses for them.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta look and see if there's any fuck shit going on the back end. Yeah, you gotta look.
So far, I haven't found nothing.
Because I could go and look into it and they might give a ton of money to like pro-life causes or something. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
You always have to check.
Yep, I'm aware. Come on.
Yeah, we have totally checked out. I'm not listening to anything they're saying.
Well, that's because most of it is just like blase, blase. We got to make it to the train station. Blase, blase. Yeah. Here's the way we're gonna go.
I personally don't have any relatives or friends affected by the fires. All my friends are pretty much in the Discord. I don't really have a lot of people in my circle. That's a bigger question to ask Tyler because he does have family out there.
Hey, Gordon, before you go, I was getting tired of carrying this around.
You got family to what?
Don't have many more.
Crowbar.
Try not to lose this one, okay?
Family that lives in California affected by the fire.
I don't think it's down close to Escondido where Troy lives. What the shit? I think it's primarily up towards like LA.
So to answer your question, no.
Yep. Oh my god, why are you walking? You know what? You can stay up there. You just go ahead and kill every single one of them. Go ahead. Keep going. Let them kill you. Keep going. Ah.
I could use some backup.
You know what? Then back up.
Can you hurt her by shooting her?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck you. Ah, that guy again.
No, I hate these things the most. Out of all the enemies in the game, I hate the fucking flying thing. Oh yeah, it's very terrifying. It just, those images do not look real. The video I've seen, the pictures I've seen out of the California fires, it seems like some sort of apocalyptic movie. It does not seem real at all.
Oh no. It certainly looks fucked up, that's for damn sure.
Of course, the whole event in and of itself is a terrible tragedy, and it's going to take a long time to recover. But
Have
what?
they been able to determine like what or who caused it?
I don't think so. I know I saw a video the other day of somebody getting arrested for setting a fire, but they were able to put that fire out real quick. But what's going to add insult to injury and fuel to the fire, no pun intended, is that when the recovery begins, like when the fires are out and recovery begins, there'll be whole fucked up political conversations that society will have over climate change, and it's not going to help anybody.
Oh no.
Not gonna help anybody
Yeah,
at
the
all.
problem too is people are just like, oh, we should not give them any money to help them get out of this because they
Yeah.
have enough money already. And I'm just like, come the fuck on, man.
There's that aspect. There's the aspect
You
of
guys like were getting pissed off because Biden wasn't moving fast enough for you when, North Carolina was submerged.
I was gonna say, there is the whole like middle America not wanting to help out because it's California. That's gonna be an issue. And then like, if you thought post 9/11 rhetoric was bad and having to constantly see flags waving and all that bullshit, I can guarantee you the next few decades are going to be extremely rough. It'll specifically in the United States. It's going to be rough everywhere on the planet, but things here are going to be super bad because the American people are really, 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 really dumb, uninformed, ignorant, uneducated, and they listen to what the television and the news tells them, like religiously. People don't know how to think for themselves. So that's going to be a whole fucked up thing in and of itself. So while people are trying to recover, rebuild, get back on their feet from this disaster, there are going to be those who take advantage, politicize it, make it a whole point of conversation instead of just fucking helping out.
Yep.
Which I kind of said that myself earlier. I kind of think that myself. It's like, everyday average people who are losing their property and having their entire lives destroyed, yes, I want to help. Somebody like, I don't know, a celebrity, a movie star that's worth millions and millions of dollars and they lose one of their 8 mansions, it's a little harder for me to want to help them. I want to help them just on a human level of, I feel bad for you, you lost things. But you also have more stuff than one human needs. You have an extreme excess of things and wealth. So I kind of don't care.
Think about if you were to lose what you had right now, even if you had insurance. I mean, it's still a traumatizing event, and I think that's the problem with it, is that people tend to dehumanize other people just because they have that silver spoon.
Well, I still think there's a large difference.
It depends on how it's earned. Let me put it that way.
I don't even think it's that, because if Arnold Schwarzenegger in his 18 mansions loses 1 or 2 of them in a fire, his dumbass still has 18 other mansions or 17 other mansions he can go live in. If I lose my house in a fire tomorrow, I'm destitute and homeless. I don't have other houses. I don't have a large bank account that I can pull from to save myself. And insurance is going to dick me up and down because that whole system is a scam. And God forbid I get hurt in the fire, I'm fucked. So yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference.
He died.
There's a big
difference. Still
difference.
dehumanizing other people, and that's
Well, they
the
brought it
issue
on
here.
themselves. At a certain point, you have to understand there are consequences for your actions. And amassing ridiculous amounts of wealth and not reading the room while other people are suffering in the country, that you're not breeding any sympathy from me on that. I'm sorry, you're just not. And it's been that way since before you and I were born. People have always kind of stuck their nose up at Hollywood for that very reason.
Yep.
It's just very hard for the have-nots to have sympathy when the haves lose something.
Boom.
So much for medical supplies. I
God, can you get the fuck out of the way? Oh, man. Oh my god, really?
Behind you.
No duh. You piece of shit. You piece of shit.
You shit of peace.
Yeah, I just grated that on his face.
Graded.
Yep, you got graded. You got backdated.
Murder. What's your pecking order for American cartoons?
I mean, like, what's at the top?
Out of the specific list I'm going to give you, Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad. Out of that list.
Futurama is going to be at the top. Simpsons just below it. Family Guy, then American Dad, probably. It's going to be like the major pecking order I have.
Ooh, South Park didn't even make the list.
So, like, South Park is funny for like 1 or 2 watches. It's not something I can put on repeat and just keep on watching.
That'd be the shock value aspect of it.
Yeah, it does not keep me super entertained for very long.
Man, that's because it's more heavy on the satire than all the others.
And the satire can be kind of funny at times, but for the most part, it's not all that funny. I find myself quoting Futurama more than anything else.
There's definitely a huge difference between Futurama and South Park. South Park is lowbrow. Family Guy's lowbrow. I expect intelligence from Futurama and Simpsons.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why that humor just does not vibe. What the fuck? And that's probably why that humor doesn't vibe with me as much.
I will be right. I need to take a restroom break.
Okay.
I'm coming up on 2 hours. When do you want to wrap up for the day?
Probably here in a minute.
Be right back.
Ding 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 ding. Oh no. He tried.
I heard you from across the room.
Oh, nothing. Nothing major.
Do.
Just killing these dudes. I guess this would be a good spot to stop that we can pick up at.
Okie dokie.
One sec, let me check this room out. Supplies. All right.
Today was a good day.
Yeah.
We made a lot of
We
progress.
laughed, we cried. We identified that South Park doesn't really have any very memorable moments to it.
I disagree. I feel the opposite way.
Except probably for the first, like, 2 or 3 seasons. Maybe 4 or 5.
I love South Park. I disagree. But anywho.
Yeah.
See you, folks.
Later, guys.